Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since the last video and now I think it's a good time to make another one because WPL just released a new RTR, a new ready to run vehicle. It might look familiar to you. Of course, we are speaking about the new C44. It kind of looks like a Toyota FJ45. It's not licensed. We have the WPL logo in here with the C from the C series. Yeah, the body of this vehicle is already familiar for us because we know the C34 from before. It had an RTR. The C44, it only had the kit version and not the regular kit. It was a KM kit that came with all the metal parts, upgrades and everything, but you had to build it by yourself. I also have here this one. It's kind of a custom C44 that I built from the cab. It's from a C34 with the parts to convert it to a C44 platform. Yeah, we have a rear bed which I modified a little bit. This one, it's a weird one because I decided to use the standard axles underneath, the RTR axles. But here it's now discontinued the single speed transmission and also some metal upgrades like in the shafts. And yeah, why I wanted to show this truck to you is because it's easier a little bit to see the differences between what's old and what's new. As a starting point, to say so, we can see that the old configuration of the C44 was with a panhard bar, and we had quite a lot of let's say steering issues with this type of suspension. I mean, usually the panhard it's solving this side-to-side movement of the axle and reduce the steer bump, but in this case I don't know exactly, the geometry was not that good. So let's have a look at the new one, because this is what we want to see, right? The body comes in a really nice white cream color, to say so. It's not completely white, it's more of a cream. It comes pre-assembled. You see, it has the really nice wood. This is actually real wood on the flatbed. To make a direct comparison with my old C44, here we have a standard suspension, like a 4-link front suspension, but this time the servo is not placed on the axle. So usually this will lead to a little bit of a steer bump, but if you look at this, the steer bump, it's minimal, like it's almost non-existent. And if we compared it with the other one with the panhard bar, we could clearly see that there's a lot of movement during the steering. I think the geometry was improved by WPL. The chassis rails were also changed. I think this is how the geometry was improved, by changing the mounting points of the links, so that we have a smooth travel for the suspension with minimal steer bump. We have in the middle the already known, but let's still say the new type of transmission from WPL is the reversed output transmission, but now instead of having the 280 motor, it has upgraded it to the 370 sized one. So we have plenty of torque with this one. We have more control basically, but this depends on the electronics. This should be a really nicely balanced for this type of truck. We can see that there is a longer drive shaft in the rear. Probably, for sure actually, there should be a combination of the existing metal shafts that we can upgrade them. But we have to see. Lately, to be honest, I started to be a really big fan of the plastic parts from WPL, because they are starting to make them, let's say, more robust, and they are not breaking that easily, so they are more durable. And I'm trying to be the kind of guy that says don't change something until it's broken. So I'm trying to use this as it is for as long as possible. Maybe we will do some upgrades, but I'm not rushing into it, because I'm starting to enjoy these WPL RTRs. Yeah, so as you already know, the front grille with WPL C grille. Another addition, what's new, it's the door closing mechanism. you can see here, now there is a metal part that was installed, and on the doors we have a magnet, and now the doors are closing like really smooth and nice, and it's staying there, you know, it's not gonna fall. You open it and you just approach it to the magnet and it's closing. You can compare it a little bit with the previous version, which you know, you had to force it a little bit. Yeah, there's no magnet in there. There is actually a little bit of plastic in here on the door, which catches on the inside of the frame, and when you wanted to close the old one, you had to really press it. The new method, it's nicer, it's smoother, easier to open, easier to close. Yeah, inside we have the dash. It's the same dash as in the C34 and the C44 kit. We already know that. Under the hood there is the place to install the battery, and here we have the connector. Is the 4-pin, yeah, the new standard for WPL. Speaking about the battery, the vehicle comes supplied with the already known, the standard WPL 500 milliamps hour. I think it's a lithium ion battery. It's a 7.4 volts. Some would say that it's a small battery, but I think for this scale of vehicles, I think it's enough, and you can always buy more from the official store. I will put a link in the description for this. But with this type of battery, you can get like, I don't know, 25-30 minutes of running time. So it depends on how you want to use the vehicle, but I think usually it's enough to have a little bit of fun. And you can always carry like 2 or 3 batteries like this, and yeah, they are small, they fit in your pocket. It's easy to carry them around. Also included there is the charger for the battery. Easily you plug it in the USB of your computer or any USB port. You connect it and it's starting to charge. And we also get a bag of goodies, stickers. We have some signals, the mirrors for the truck, wipers, some spare parts for the links, for the drive shaft. I think we will install this at a later date. We just charged the battery, so let's install it in the truck. It's quite easy. It's only one way that you can install this. You have to look at the connectors. Yeah, there is enough space to place it under the hood, like this. Yeah, there is space for the wiring, for the battery. There is also space to put a larger battery maybe. You can do it however you want, but for now the stock battery would be enough. Alright, the on-off switch, it's right in front here. Yeah, you can do it. We turn it on and we can see that the headlights are flashing as usually with all the WPL RTRs. The remote, it's the standard we had for the last RTRs. We have this knob where we can center our servo. We can make sure that the steering is straight, the wheels are straight. We have a steering rate, which of course means how much input is being sent to the front wheels to turn the wheels. We have a brake button, which means that we have a drag brake available, which is nice that we can turn it on and off. And there is also a hidden setting, to say so, but I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. So you need 2 AA batteries for this. They are not supplied, but you can buy them from basically anywhere. We just power on the transmitter, and in order to bind with the vehicle we just have to turn the steering on the transmitter. And we can see that now the lights are not flashing anymore, and they are on. They are permanently on. We have the standard modes of operation. We have front and back, and instantly I can say that this is a really huge improvement from WPL. The electronics are updated, and it's really nice to see that we have almost no PWM sound, you know, that high-pitched sound that usually came with the old electronics. Now it's non-existent. It's really nice. It's really smooth. Yeah, we can see that it's nice and silent, to say so. We can only hear the transmission gears, which is what we want from a truck, which is nice. But also for this model, I just press the steering rate again. It's on the max. We can see that there is no more binding, yeah, while on full lock. So clearly WPL also improved something a little bit on the axle side. The vehicle is much more smoother, and now it will turn on the max setting, to say so. So the second setting, as I said, we have the brake button. Let's press it. Okay, so the light flashed twice, and now this means that the drag brake is disabled. You see, I accelerated, I'm letting off the throttle, and the vehicle is still continuing to move a little bit. And this is a nice setting for trailing. Yeah, when we go on the trails, we want the vehicle to have a little bit of that roll. When we press it again, when we press the brake button, it flashes once. Then I'm just gonna do it like this. You can see that the vehicle is instantly braking. It's applying a brake on the motor, and that means that we can go slowly and we can crawl things. I know this is a little bit, let's say, extreme, but let's try, and we can see if it can crawl this on this big tire. This is a 1/10 tire. So yeah, but it's working, and it's working quite good, I may say. Nice. So basically we can also do a little bit of crawling with this one, which is always nice to see. And as I said, there is a secret option on the transmitter. We have the top button where we have the steering rate, but if we press it and if we are keeping it pressed, we can turn off and on the lights. So I think this is a really nice feature. The next steps would be, now that we've seen a little bit how this vehicle looks like, I think it's gonna be a full disassembly of it, and I think I'm gonna try to do a paint job on this one. I'm not sure exactly yet which color is gonna be, but I want to see how the chassis is looking under it, and if I'm doing that just to see the chassis, and if I'm taking the body off, I might as well try and do a nice paint job on it. We'll see. Then we will also install the accessories, and when we are gonna have it done, we will have a final look at it, and then we will take it outside. So this is gonna be the last time you're gonna see it in this nicely done white creamish color, and let's see what we can do with it. What I forgot to mention is that we have foams included, yeah, in all wheels. This is the spare wheel which I took off the body, and we have foam, yeah, to sustain the weight of the vehicle. And the tires are a new compound, yeah. The tires, the RTR tires, the old ones, were really hard, like they were almost plastic. The kit tires were too soft because they would collapse under the weight of the vehicle, and they would not stay on the rims. But this time we have a medium compound from WPL. So they found the compromise between the two options. It's not that soft. It's not as soft as you would expect it to be, but I think it's gonna be nice on the trails. It seems to be grippy, and yeah, with the included foams, I think it's gonna be quite nice. Yeah, having a look under the body, we can see the new type of receiver. I think this is the BC board. It's really nice. It's smooth. It's quiet. It has a lot of ports. As we can see, you can add additional lights on it. I think it's perfect for this vehicle. It's so great when we have an RTR that has really good electronics from the get-go. So big thumbs up for this WPL. It's a good improvement that you've done. And also, as mentioned before, the new, I mean not new exactly, but they included the 370 size motor with this, which gives plenty of torque for this chassis, for this RTR vehicle. A small modification that I did, I'm also gonna include some pictures, is that the shocks, we already know they are the old version of the shocks with the spring inside the bodies. Yeah, this vehicle came supplied with the hard springs. I think they are a little bit too hard for this body, but if you want to use a lot of accessories and put something on the rear bed, then of course they're gonna be perfect for that. I think this is just a personal preference, but I like my vehicle to move a little bit more during driving, and I want it to look nice on the video. Hopefully we're gonna succeed to do that. But I wanted to have a little bit more softer springs. And for that to happen, I had to cut a few of the coils on the spring. So basically I cut the top and bottom and now it's a completely straight spring in each of these. This reduced the preload, so basically the length is not affecting the drop, but it's a little bit softer now and it's nicer, and with the body on it's even nicer. It's something easy that you can do at home. We can see that in the front we have the standard 5mm hexes, and in the rear we have the new version of the rear axle, where the 5mm hexagon, it's made out of some kind of alloy, which is really nice. It's more robust than the plastic one. Here we can see the link position in the new chassis, and I think this is why we have the better geometry of the suspension now, with all the links and how they are being set up. Here are some pictures from the painting process, and as soon as we finish reassembling the truck, we are gonna take it outside and see how it handles the trails.
to take in. I can't get enough of this whole world. Another auctioneer, a fist inside of his mouth, watching it happen. Tide rolled in and washed us out. What was enough back then is more than enough right now. How we're missing every train with love lights on, or how the rainbow bends. Turn around and it's already gone. Watching it happen. Trouble ahead that everyone saw. I thought I knew back then, but I knew nothing at all. Wired and shaking, hungry hawk on the power line. I thought the message sent, I thought it was clear by now. Watching it happen, death rolls in like a wave at night. Ain't it mystical, becoming nothing at all.
Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy watching the new WPL RC truck in action as much as I enjoyed filming it and modifying it a little bit. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below if you have any questions, or maybe you just want to say hi, so I would really appreciate that. You can also check out the links in the description I've included, where you can get the same truck and where you can get the battery, extra batteries from, and also some upgrades that you can do for this truck. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and until next time, take care and have fun.